Aloha! Hi, gorgeous. I hope you're really well today. So I'm going to be talking about the 10. Well, I'm going to be talking about some of the 10 signs that you might be an empath. I'm going to do a separate detailed live and blog on HSPs, highly sensitive people. So did I say I'm Jerry? I am Jerry. I have been today. Anyway, look, I was going to get all silly and all of that, but this is a very sensible Facebook Live. So can you hear me? Can you actually hear me? Or am I just looking like some person that's being silly and laughing a lot? Yes, you can hear me. Great. Okay, so how do you know you're an empath? I've created, and I put the link here, two things. A blog with the list of the 10 most common traits that would indicate that you are potentially an empath. And I've also scheduled a free training so that if you are an empath, that you can shift from potentially, not creating what you love, being in pain, being in overwhelm, stressed out, feeling kind of downtrodden by the world, shift all of those things so that you're thriving, not just surviving, so that you're living your purpose, you're creating what you love. It's a really powerful training and it's free, especially for you. So just send me a little message and I'll send you the password and the different options of times and things. So the signs that you are potentially an empath, the first main one is that you can tell, you have this incredible sense and you can tell if people aren't being transparent and if they're lying to you. Now, personally, this has caused me intense pain in my life. And literally, it's only in the last little while that I've managed to shift it and, go through a really powerful rebirth and integration. So that, first of all, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't trigger me. And secondly, so that I know what to do from a place of power, from a place of high vibe, from a place of feeling amazing. I know what to do in those situations now, literally, they used to cause me mental health problems. Really, and what's really funny, that I'm sort of getting a bit vulnerable here. And I'm not going to name any names or anything. But I actually also said to some people involved, this is what I think's been happening and this is what I think the lies are or the manipulation or whatever. And I just want to put it out there that it causes me incredible mental anguish. And they denied it. I knew they were lying and being manipulative, and they just point blank, I feel like crying thinking about it, point blank denied it. Luckily, at that point, I was in my power. And it was just like watching it all play out on a stage. And it didn't bother me. I was able to just sit there in my power, and just breathe and be centered. I didn't even have to react or respond. It was incredible. It was incredible. Yeah, so, we know. It's I think it's Dr. Judith Orliff who said that empaths are highly calibrated lie detectors. And it's true. And, it can be so painful. And you look at the world, you're like, why do people have to be like that? Why can't people just be straight and direct, And anyway, that's another topic altogether. So that's the first thing. And if that kind of resonates 100%, if that resonates a little bit, it's also a gift that gets better and better and better. The more we acknowledge it, the more we realize. And then the other side of that is being able to to be okay with the world as it is. Because here's the thing, we're birthing the new earth. We're birthing it from within ourselves. That's why it feels so flippin' painful at times, you know. So that's the first thing. What's the second thing? Yeah, the second thing is something that I realized about 20 years ago when I realized that this was a decade before I realized I was an empath. But I was told to read a book by Elaine Aron called Highly Sensitive Person. Highly Sensitive Person, that's HSP. And one of the juiciest things I took away from that book was the fact that as a sensitive, I think empaths need a bit more than this, but as a sensitive, you must have at least 30 minutes a day alone with yourself. When I started to do that, I started to find some sanity again. I'm still looking for total sanity, but it was a flipping game changer. I was living with my partner at the time, and I had no idea I was a sensitive. I was a party animal at the time, you know, and I was becoming a healer and, you know, starting to create my business. But it was a real game changer. And you know what? You know what was interesting about that? Was that it was really difficult for me to claim that time for myself. And it showed me so much about myself. So that's the second one. Time to recharge is crucial. And as I said, you can check out my written blog for all the 10 top tips. But the third one is that we are highly sensitive in terms of, when we're in large crowds, when, because we can pick up kind of smells, sensations, but also the emotions of others. And this, again, when it's transformed into a gift, is a huge, amazing gift, you know? When I'm with clients, or even when I'm in my group sessions, I know what people are feeling, even when they're not aware of it, or they might be denying stuff. Now, this is something that we started to do as a child. We just say your parents are arguing, and as a 2-year-old, you're sat there and you can feel it in your body. You can feel the pain, you know, and you might go, you know, Mum, Dad, stop arguing, stop it. You know, you're crying, you can feel that pain. Unfortunately, they were dumping their garbage onto you, their emotions that they were too afraid to feel, they didn't know how to feel, or they refused to feel. Yeah? So you learned how to become a human sponge, to sponge up those emotions. And unfortunately, many empaths also learned that sponging up negative emotions equals love. You know, I learned that from a shaman in the highlands of Guatemala. And then many empaths then go into, you know, emotionally or unfortunately even more, maybe physically abusive relationships. And, you know, an empath often has to, we have different ways, many are dysfunctional, of getting rid of that kind of heavy energy. Now, I'm going to be covering this in the training next week. I'm going to be showing another way, because what you don't have to do, and what I advise not doing, is asking for protection, because you're telling your consciousness, I want more of what I'm focused on. Yeah? It's an incredible gift when we're able to use this gift of knowing what others are feeling and of being super hyper aware. It's an incredible gift. So here's the thing. These are superpowers. And I would love you to, first of all, subscribe to this channel if you're watching this on YouTube. Like my page if you're here on Facebook. And send me a message and I'll send you the secret password for this free training that I'm going to be running next week. And I've put the details of that in the description here. Because this is what I love. I don't want anyone else to really experience the kind of pain that I experienced in my life, because you're the future. You are the future. You are the one that you have been waiting for. So I invite you to step up, step into your power, and step into that shining, sparkling essence that you are innately. I will see you soon again. DM me, subscribe, like my page, and I can't wait to see you soon. Aloha, so much love. See you next time. Bye now.